Hey guys, this is Eric from ET Figure Unboxing, and in this video, we're going to take a look at an SH Figuarts Beerus from Dragon Ball Super. So we finally got this guy. I can't even remember when was the last time we got like a Dragon Ball figure release, and I'm really happy with it. And here's the left of the box, and featuring the new art, and the right of the box doesn't really tell you much. And here's the back of the box, and yeah, it looks really good. Let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the figure. Alright, so here we have the figure still in the packaging. Here's the figure itself, the tail, 2 interchangeable head, 2 pairs of hands, and 1 interchangeable right hand. And yeah, let's get into the figure and see what we got. So here we have the figure itself, and before we do anything, I'm just gonna plug the tail right here, and the tail looks like that, and then you just like put it in like so. And that looks really good. Like, the tail doesn't hinder him as much as I thought he would. Like, the Frieza one, I feel like whenever you put the tail, it just gets too heavy. But this is really good. And let's see what he will look like on the turntable. And yeah, the sculpt and the paint job, everything looks really good. I like the metallic paint on the gold parts. Like, all the gold parts are like metallic paint. Even the earring on top of his ear. And yeah, that looks really good. And I like how he's really skinny and everything. And as you can see, they're using the older technology for the hip. These are like your standard like pull down hip for the Dragon Ball. And yeah, it's just a very standard SH Figuarts. And yeah, before we let him turn 360, let's jump straight into the articulation, because I don't think I need to talk more of it. And let's just take a closer look. Alright, so for the articulation, it's pretty much what you would expect. His head moves around that much. He has a bicep swivel. Yeah, he has a bicep swivel that's pretty good, and bicep curl. And the whole arm is on a ball joint, so that looks really good too. And he can, let me see if he can raise his arm a little bit. Yeah, he can basically do anything. This is just like a your Dragon Ball shoulder. Like, that's just very standard. And how about the ab crunch? Not too much for the ab crunch, unfortunately, but that's okay, because I don't think he ever needs to do an ab crunch. I don't think he ever needs to dodge like that anyways. I don't think anyone can like kick his ass that hard. And then here is the tail. It will just turn, and then everything's on a ball joint or the ball pack. And yeah, it's a really good articulation. I think it's exactly like the Frieza one, if I recall correctly. And oh, whoops, I just popped that off. Anyways, just put it back in, and this is still pretty ugly for a lot of people. Like, there's so much gap in the leg, but to me, I don't really care for it. And yeah, those are really good. And let's take a closer look at the figure. The face is really good, like the paint is really good. I don't have any fancy vocabulary to talk about the sculpt and everything, but it just looks really good. And the matte finish of the paint and the metallic gold, as I mentioned. And he doesn't have any of the paint bleeding. The quality control is top notch. It's really good. And I'm really surprised they have a regular release for this guy. That means you're not gonna be worried. He will get reissue at some point if you don't get him right now. But I don't think that will ever be a problem, because you know, we're getting regular release on these figures nowadays, and they're not gonna like make less of them. They're only gonna make more of them, so the price is not gonna inflate as much as I thought he would. But yeah, let's jump into some accessories and see what we got. Accessories, he came with this very cool face where he's just like, you know, being evil, laughing, you know, or he could be shouting. I think he's laughing, because I don't think he ever needs to shout, because he's so powerful. He's the, you know, the god of destruction. And these are probably one of the best, if not the best, blasting like open hands I've ever seen. Like, he just opens it so much in a way. Yeah, I think this is better than the previous ones we have, like from the other releases. And I like all the nails and stuff. It has a really good attention to detail. It kind of reminds me of Cell's hand, but you know, he blasts it like really, he opens it a lot. Like, he's just like really stretching it. And that looks really good. And of course, he came with a pair of it. He could be stopping a punch, or, you know, just, you know, blasting people. But I don't think he needs 2 hands to blast, because he's so powerful, right? But yeah, this is really cool. Alright, so next up we have the face where he's like yawning and just being sleepy, and that looks really good. And you can just use the same pair of hands for you to like act all lazy and shit, and that looks really good. Alright, so Beerus also came with this pair of weapon holding hands, or whatever. Well, just holding hands. It doesn't have to be weapon, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna hold something that's not a weapon, probably like a utensils from Whis or something when they're sharing food. But yeah, that's worth to note. And oh yeah, another thing is that the hand is kind of hard to swap. Like, they're kind of stiff in a really weird way, so you gotta wiggle to a certain angle and just apply pressure on it slowly, instead of just, you know, try to like put it down. I don't know how to explain, but I will try to do it right here. So basically what you do is you just make sure you line up properly, and then you just slowly, like, don't try to like put it, yeah, see, it'll just go in. But then if you try to like force it, it will like do that or that, and then it will be really risky for your joints. So you just have to like slowly push it in, apply pressure. It will go in. It's just that this peg is kind of long right here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Like, see, it doesn't go all the way, so it's kind of hard for you to put in. So when you apply pressure, please be cautious, or you have to spend another $50. Alright, so lastly, he came with the right interchangeable hand, and it looks like so. This is when he's blocking punches with just 2 fingers, and that looks really, really awesome. Or he could be saying that your dick is small because he's the god of destruction. He can say whatever he wants. Alright, let's jump straight into the size comparison. Ooh, how ironic. Size comparison. Alright, so for the size comparison, I'm pretty sure the most important one is the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku, or the Super Saiyajin Goto, or whatever, right? Like, this is probably the most important. I'm really happy that Beerus is in a really, really good size, because when I saw the figure, and just when I saw Beerus in general in the anime, I thought he's gonna be really small, but it turns out he's actually quite tall. And that makes a lot of sense, because he's really powerful, right? Very obvious. Alright, and let's check out, I think Vegeta is a really good size comparison too, because, you know, they fought a lot, and I can't wait for the Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan Vegeta to come out. That's gonna be a really, really good figure. And apparently they fixed the face, so he's not looking right all the time. He has actually some shouting face that he's like facing, or not facing, but looking at straight. And here is Bruce Lee next to him, so I'm pretty sure Bruce Lee can put up a... Nah, I don't think so. He's just gonna kick Bruce Lee's ass. And here's Kakashi, and he's almost as... Yeah, he's as tall as Kakashi, like minus the ear and the hair, you know, like for both of them. But yeah, that looks really good. And yeah, I'm just really happy with it, with his height. I don't know if I don't want to repeat myself, but you know, he's a really, really good height. He's as tall as Makoto. And Makoto usually towers over a lot of people. Oh, I can't really talk to them. Huh, interesting. And here we have him next to Figmon Levi, and supposedly that's quite accurate. And here we have him next to my favorite and Naruto's dad, none other than the 4th Hokage. I hope one day they can release a version where without a coat. Nah, I think that's... Nah, we don't need that, because they still have a lot of figures for them to release. Wouldn't it be really cool if they just release like a figure with like a body and then 3 multiple heads, because they all wear the same uniform, right? Or nah, they are slightly different, so I don't think they can do that. And here we have GGO Kirito, and this is really, really awesome. And I got this Figma earphones, and that looks really, really cool. And I got them from a secondhand market, but yeah, I just find that really cool. I want to share with you guys. And what else do I have here? I have Venom Snake from the Revoltech, and he's still quite bulky and huge compared to Beerus. But yeah, that's a really good size comparison. And let me see what else I have over here. I don't want to spend too much time on this because, okay, I have, you guys don't know anything about Kamen Rider, but I have the Fang Joker over here. And this is a really, really good figure as well. And this is what he will look like standing next to a Kamen Rider. And what else do I have here? I have... Okay, I have Super in Action statue Dio. So they're about the same height. If you own a Super in Action statue, you can kind of feel like how tall the Beerus is. And let's get into some of the other figures I have over here. And just give me a second. I'm gonna place him over here strategically. And this is what he will look like next to Ultimate Gohan and Mewtwo. Even Mewtwo is kind of blocking him. And Renma over there, the girl version, Hulk, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and some of the Kamen Riders I have over here. Alright, let's move to the backdrop over here. And this will be our final comparison with some of the effect parts as well. And here you go. And that's what he'll look like next to some of the figures. Alright, so I gotta move my camera a little bit. Just bear with me. And yeah, that looks pretty good. And here we have, of course, the Captain America next to him. He's even taller than Captain America if you don't count the ear being like something, right? And here's the Thor, and that's what he will look like with some of the Avengers. And let me see, maybe we should compare it with Goku, because you guys are probably familiar with the Goku. Yeah, you guys are probably more familiar with this guy. But yeah, it's basically the same height as the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, right? And let me see what else we have for maybe Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan's really recent. So he is, I don't know, I feel like Obi-Wan's a really good size too, because a lot of figures I notice are as tall as Obi-Wan nowadays. And yeah, Obi-Wan's probably like a new standard. But yeah, that's it for the size comparison. Let's jump straight into the final. Alright, so for the final thoughts, of course I highly recommend the figure. Like, even if I hate the figure or, you know, I don't recommend it, you guys are still gonna buy it and you will probably hate me for it if I say this is a bad figure. But in fact, he's really, really good. He's just what we would expect from SH Figuarts and more. Like the matte finish and everything, the technology. Look at the metallic on the gold. And trust me, he looks even better in person. Like, if you're watching this right now, he looks better in person. So, yeah, don't just count on like what you're seeing over here. And I'm not too worried about the accessories count, because I don't think he needs the posing hands like this or the karate chopping hands. He's just gonna beat shit up because he's, you know, the god of destruction. And he came with enough faces. Every time I feel like when I'm afraid of not enough accessories, it's the faces. Like for example, SH Figuarts Sasuke is a really, really good example of lacking faces. He only came with one interchangeable face, and that is really, really dumb. Like, the only way for you to get more is they have to like do a renewal version, right? But the Beerus came with 3, so I'm really happy with that. And if you want effect parts, they can always sell us later down the line, or maybe they can release like other figure, you can just use their effect parts. So I'm really happy with the purchase, and he is around $40, so it's really cheap compared to whatever we're paying, right? Like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is like 300 and Cell is like 250 or whatever. And I think he's really worth it, and it pays for itself. Like in terms of the plastic we're getting, like if you really want to count the plastic, or like I think that's it for my review. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do let me know what you think about the figure. And my name is Eric. I'll see you guys in the next video.